so cool. I'm like a big kid. Evening all, welcome back to the channel. So taking a break from some of the industry, we're going to go and do a mission because why not? I'm not even sure where this is, so let me undog. I think so. I've got my multi-box. So a couple of things. You will notice that this game looks incredibly better, and that's because I'm not running it in potato mode anymore. I'm running it in I've got a RTX 5090, finally managed to get one. Through the want of trying, it's not been easy, I can tell you. And boy was it expensive. I had to sell a kidney, not really, but I felt like I had to. So we're going to run a mission, but you can see basically everything just runs very nicely. So let's go and run that mission. So Yolanda Kai, and let's get my wing commander here. So Yolanda Kai, there we go, warp wing. So jump. So Yolanda Kai, jump. Gosh, this brings me back. I used to do a lot of this. About a year ago, actually, I was doing level 4 missions, getting ready for... Wow, that's loud. I'm getting ready for the upcoming snow extravaganza, something. Kind of excited about it because it looks quite fun. So I remember basically running multi-box gangs back then. If you don't like multi-boxing, then why are you watching this video? I'm sure the thumbnail depicted very clearly to you there's going to be multi-boxing mission running. And if not, then I apologize, because seriously, I can only imagine if you look at that, look at the gates, they've got little things on them. Again, running this at full chat, and this is full chat, it looks quite nice. I've got to admit, I am rather enjoying it. But there's a lot of things to kind of cover, I think, because obviously with the upcoming extravaganza, I think it's like the Halloween one, which I didn't do anything of really. Let's just warp fleet. I can't remember how to multi-box, so we're going to talk about it as we go. So first thing to do is switch on the tank. So I have that set up as a set of buttons. There we go. I mean, I'm set of buttons. It's basically F7, F8. Sounds grander than it really needed to, but there is something quite satisfying about piloting dudes like this. Okay, so there we go. We've got all the tanks switched on. Fly a Nighthawk with 4 gang assist mods. We have all of the shields, so this is basically extra capacity, resistances. I think faster boost as well, I think is the other one. And we've also got the afterburner thingamajig as well. So basically this I guess Nighthawk is the kind of the linchpin of the fleet. Everything else is using auto fire target missiles because they're just exciting and fun. Right, hang on, let me just jump, 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 jump. It sounds like a 80s song. Everybody jump. There we go. So it takes a while, but you can see 1 or 2 of the people jump through quicker. I think this is just the perils of warp to 0, but never mind. And this is Angel Extravaganza, which I always quite like. So I'm just going to wait for all the people to get in because there's always some slow coaches. And in fact, this time it's the Nighthawk, which is the slow one. So go figure. But basically, yeah, I am adoring this graphics card. It's incredibly good. I would recommend getting one if you can, but I just think the price is ridiculously expensive, right? So we do a regroup. Yes, I have bound that to a key. I can't remember what the key is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let them cycle. Then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that should be everyone firing. Oh gosh, doesn't that look lovely? And then let's just slow boat towards the gate. Oh, it's lovely. I do like it. It's like the missile effects have always been quite good, but there's something quite nice about the wishy-washiness of that. It looks great, right? Genuinely quite impressed. Keep an eye on the watch list because if anyone's not tanking, I mean, Tengus are ridiculous. Let's just hit the gang mods. So there we go. So we have, in this case, 21.8% shield resistance, repair bonus, duration reduction, and hit point. So that's pretty good. And about 30% afterburner boost as well. So that's, that's not too bad when you think about it. As you can see, just Tengus melt these things. Like, it is redonk how basically they get spanked. But I do like it. I think the effects look great. Like, genuinely, this is looking wonderful. Oh yeah, I forgot there's like other rounds. So you can see I've just not done level 4 for about a year. Oh wow, they spawn right on top of me. Right, let's get some cinematics of that because that looks rather rather splendido. Look at that. This game is beautiful. Like, genuinely, the skybox there looks incredible, really, doesn't it? Oh, wow. Look at this. Again, Tengus, they don't mess about. I see your Angel Cartel Macarial battleship, and I now turn it into dust. It's pretty good. So yeah, just trying to get back into the swing of multiboxing, because I know for an awful long time I've just not done it. Been basically so sort of, you know, I don't know, work's been busy, and I find that like one of the satisfying things to do when you come home is basically to just set up, you know, with a glass of something cheeky, and basically just say, right, I'm going to sit and do some invention, or I'm going to, I don't know, go to Jita and buy something. Whereas I rarely do missions, because I find actually you have to be a little bit more prepared to run them. Look at the damage on that ship. That genuinely looks good, doesn't it? Like, that looks great. They're genuinely blown away with that. I think, again, you know, I know it sounds incredibly bougie, but the difference between third generation RTX graphics cards to fifth, oh my God. And I can only imagine what the sixth one will be. So this is already very, very impressive. Right, let's reload. And yeah, I'm not showing off. Don't hate on me, bro. You could argue I have been saving for this card for about 4 years. I've had my computer now 4 years. And even when I got it, the 5090s are just coming out. So maybe 3 years, something like that. So, you know, I don't feel too bad that I have it, but I've got to admit it's one of those, you know, I treated myself. Treat yourself. If you know Parks and Rec, you understand the reference there. You should always treat yourself if you can. But I've got to admit, genuinely, I was just shocked at like how good they are, really. They seem to have, I think it's just the way it works now. It seems that, oh, hang on. I think actually we have our auto fire missile should automatically fire. Look at that. Brilliant. They all fire. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, my days. I love it. Let's do a regroup. I will try and remember what key that was. I've forgotten. I think it's just like Control R or something, but never mind. Let's just slow boat. So yeah, I do quite like what you see here. I think it's good graphics. I think it's the missiles in particular that I've always quite enjoyed. I think the missile trails always look good, but they are incredibly, you know, they're difficult to run on many computers. If you just run one account, obviously it looks great, but I think there's something a bit of a challenge about multiboxing that I do quite like. I think it's kind of hard, because I mean, it's not difficult in terms of the difficulty of the game. It's difficult in terms of how hard it is to actually pilot this many characters and meaningfully, because you can see that. I mean, just the way the fit is the clever bit here, not me. In no point am I clever. I'm saying that basically fitting auto-fire missiles and sort of corralling them in the same way tends to do quite a good job, because you can see here that, you know, they're kind of going target to target. They're primarying, weirdly enough, which is interesting, because I don't recall auto-fire missiles doing that before. I think they go for the nearest target, but I could be wrong. I don't know. But I think just generally, I'm like quite impressed. Wow, that looks astonishing. Oh my days. I love it. I think there's something, look at that, it's just great. I know I'm gonna gush. I'm sorry, I don't mean to gush, but I am quite enjoying this. Let's have a quick look at some of these. See, again, one of the nice things about it is once you've set it, you kind of, oh wow, that's a nice ship. I don't think I've ever seen that ship before. I like the little angel symbol in it. It's very nice. It looks pretty good, right? I think that looks quite sweet. Quite impressed with that. I think genuinely the challenge of multiboxing it's a good one, but I do see that it could be so abused. Like, multiboxing industry, no one really cares. Multiboxing on a gate ganking a freighter, people care. people get quite angry about that, and I just totally get it. Like, that's one thing I will probably never do. No caveat there. I mean, I just don't think I would want to kind of gank people in freighters. I think it's obviously a wonderful part of the game that I know eventually I'm going to be ganked. I know, but I will take it with a bit of like acceptance, because I just accept, unfortunately. It's what makes the game interesting, because if Empire truly was safe, I think it would be a bit boring, a bit more boring than maybe it is now. It's quite boring already. But I think if you just suddenly were like, yeah, you could AFK freighters all over the place, I think that might become a bit of a boring thing. So I like there is still a bit of risk in this. And I think, oh wow, quite a lot of Oh yeah, there's a weird Sentry gun one. I remember it now. Right, so let's just regroup. I remember. It's all coming back to me now. Regroup. Let's just fire. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Everything fires. Boosh, boosh, boosh. Nice. Again, I remember the turrets one. That was interesting. I think you can actually just speedboat past it once you blow that one up. So we will probably do that. But it's nice. I like the explosions. Let's see what the explosions look like. We would enjoy them because it would be like little fireworks. Again, the explosions in this game, they got it right. They did a great job. Look at that. That just looks exceptional. I'm genuinely enjoying this. It's so cool. I'm like a big kid, but it's like I've not seen these explosions properly and like all graphics turned up for years, probably. It's been an awfully long time. Right, let's jump. Let's stop cocking about. So jump, 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 jump. Clicky clacky keyboard. Just make sure everyone's jumping. So what I'm doing is looking there for the little sign there that says you're jumping, because obviously if you leave a character at the gate without the right tank, it can be killed. Just FYI. I tend to run everything just with independent tank, so it would actually be quite a... Oh yeah, that's right, that silo has something, doesn't it? Let's go and blow that up. But I think if you basically run everything correctly, it doesn't really matter. We'll just put gang links on, because why not? So if I remember rightly, that thing there, storage silo, has an implant within it. Let's go and pick it up. So I will shoot that with my scanner ult. But I do think there's definitely some joy in running every game, really. You've got a kind of a higher res. I do think potato mode in this game is perfectly fine. Like, I've run it for years, but it's nice to actually just run everything nice. And plus, I never have to heat my house again, because literally this computer is giving out such heat that I think I could quite honestly bake. I think I'm basically making a little sauna in my little room, basically just cooking myself. But I do think there's a lot to say about the graphics of this game, because when you think about where they've come from to where they are now, whoa, like big time impressive. Like, I'm genuinely quite blown away with it. Look at that. Again, look at it. It's basically ripping apart, exploding. That just looks sweet. Love it. This is just fantastic. Okay, so look at that. We've even got damage on the silo. See, I've never noticed that before. Never have I seen the actual damage being applied to the ship. I mean, again, it shows, particularly when you've done fleet fights for a long time. So when I lived in 0-0, fleet fights are obviously a lot of fun. It was a slideshow. It was terrible, really. It was never very interesting. You never saw anything. So for this to be kind of like quite interesting. Right, hang on, let's help out that silo, because that's taking a little bit too long. I think if you destroy the dish as well, it does something. I think it stops the reinforcements, but I don't mind that. I'm cool with that. I think people can speed run these things. It's quite crazy how they do it. All right, I think have we run out of ammo? So let's have a quick look. Yes, so fire again, fire again, fire again, fire again, fire again. Boosh, there we go. Nice. Gosh, this is very, very satisfying. I'm quite enjoying this. I think I've got a good mission, actually. I remember Angel Extravaganza always being quite a fun mission. Lots of things to destroy. Let's just check my tank. You do a kind of check. You do a little system status check just to make sure everything's... Although they spawn above me, don't they? Yep, there you go. Knew that. Let's see if we get a good implant from this. Again, I think it was an implant. I don't remember, to be honest with you. Again, a lot of this is just getting used to sort of running stuff. I did run at 1.4 Marauders. That was fun. Probably do that again for the event, because you don't really need more than 4, because seriously. Right, so we've got a cargo can. Let's just tractory beam that. So what this should be, if memory serves... Ooh, hello. Boom. Look at that. That's pretty special, right? Like that. This should be something, I don't want to say valuable, but it should be something. Let's have a look. So, boosh. What have we got? Oh, nice. It's whatever that is. I think it's worth something. Shield operation. Nice. We'll take that. Let's just take the whole lot. Boosh. Right. Good. So let's approach this. Let's do a regroup. We're still firing, which is interesting. So let's just make sure everything's still firing. Yes, they are. That's good. I think we're actually quite close to the gate already. Yeah, we're on it. That's good. Oh, it's just satisfying this. So look at the asteroid bases. I remember for a long time that was one of the very first earliest assets of the game. Let's have a quick look at that, because that's quite interesting to me. This was always something that I remember sort of seeing in deep space and wondering what it was. But, you know, it's just an object, isn't it? But it's kind of cool. Right, finish off this last dude. Then what we do is oh, there's even more. Wow. Garin Kizumu. Okay. I don't remember there being this many rounds. So let's just do a quick reload. Reload. Oh, it's not going to work, is it? Well, that's still fire. There we go. If you're interested in FPS, let's just put that up. And if you can see that. So we're running pretty solid 60 frames a second. So what I've done, just for boring, it's a bit of a boring thing to talk about, but is in the video, I can't remember how I did it, and I'll have to go and look at it, but basically what you can do is set the inactive windows to only run at 10 frames a second. So if I click away, right, looks pretty good, right? You could never tell there's any drop there. Jump back, you see, goes from 10 back to 60. It's a good thing to do because it just means less load on the card. So I would recommend it if you multi-box. That's just totally worth doing. If you want to know more about that, just message me in Discord. I think I did a video of it. I can't remember. I don't think I did actually. I think I picked it up from someone else. So I could always do a quick video if needs be. But there are certain things you can do just to make multi-boxing a bit easier. Right, that's good. So let's just do a reload. I don't need to, but I'm just going to because why not? And then jump. Everybody jump. And let's go to I think it's the last room. I think there's one more. It's incredible to think that I used to do, I think at one point, 10 level 4 missions in one sitting. I used to have to go and rearm. That's how many missiles were being chucked about. Oh yeah, I remember this. So the end guy, he spawns in there somewhere. So let's just shoot. Yes, that's right. Shoot. Yes, that's right. Shoot. I think we should be shooting. Yep, we are. Good. You get to a point where once you start to do quite a lot of these missions, you start to get very, very good at the efficiency of them. So you start to know where to stand, where to sit, where to go, you know, where to basically position. So I know to start basically driving towards that rock of cluster thingy bob there slowly, because then you basically your auto-fire missiles will do a better job. So yeah, I used to go around salvaging actually as well, so I don't bother now because, well, I should, but what's the point? I can't be bothered. I don't make rigs. Rig production is something that is completely alien to me. I don't really do it. So never mind. What do I click for that one? Nope. Where do we see? Where do we go? I can't remember because I'm so used to Frontier now. Which one is that? So is that just C? I don't think it works that way, does it? C, yeah, it doesn't work. You have to click it. What's that one? Anyway, Frontier has broken me a bit because all the controls are familiar yet different. So, you know, scrolling in and out or zooming in and out, it's the wrong way around in this game or that game. It's just wrong. Basically everything's kind of wrong. It's all done a bit stupid. And so looking at stuff is C and T, or T, I think, T to track. In this one I think it's C. I don't know, it's all a bit of a muchness. Well, it looks pretty good. I think we're rolling through this one quite comfortably. Oh, let's just give us a bit of gang juice. There we go, a bit of juice. Nice. Look at this small ship basically just being absolutely overwhelmed. You can imagine that Weberfire's thinking, I'll get them, I'll tackle. Oh, dead. Pretty nice. And then I think finally we get, it's interesting actually, I think the final guy has got Weberfire drones, which again is interesting. I don't recall many missions with these little droney things. But we're looking good. Tank easily holding. I mean, again, I think if memory serves, if I just go and look at my fitting, it's a pretty stupid fitting. Oh, no, it's not how we do that. How do we do that? Is it that? There we go. So, oh wow, it's actually, wow, it's a bougie fit. Look at that. I didn't realize we had domination large shield boosters. So please don't come gank me, because that would be rather annoying. Although I'm sure many of you would quite happily do that. But yeah, I think the tank's just very good. Like, I think that's probably the best way to do this sort of thing, is just to have a tank that if you disconnect, I think you'll be fine, you know, and you could still be ganked, obviously, because someone ganking you is going to kick your balls in. But like, I think this, for this sort of thing, is perfectly fine. Right, let's just see. I think we yes, the 4 missiles. See, they don't last long. You have to just keep cycling. And then I think we have the last dude. There he is. Let's fire some fireworks at him because lol, why not? Fireworks look really nice, by the way. Don't know if that will hit him. Will that firework hit him? I don't know, actually. Let's have a look. Did the fireworks go? I don't know. Oh wow, something was hit. Oh yeah, the web fire drone's really quick. That's right. Right, let's try again. So for some reason I'm not seeing the fireworks, which is incredibly disappointing. How far away is he? I think he's just a bit too far away. Whoosh. Boom. There we go. I don't know about you, but that just makes me think of like Dragon's Breath. Fun, fun, fun. Look at that. That's pretty funny. Look at the reflection on the ship. Like, oh my God, that's so good. Like, I didn't realize there was like a light thing. Wow. There we go. Well, that was fun. Let's head back to Korama. But before we do, just a quick rearm. So we just basically reload everything. And then we go to Fleet Warp. And then while we're doing Fleet Warp, I do D and then just cycle down. So I just cycle, and D just means jump through the gate when you get to it. So it means you don't have to do any further actions when you get to it. It's a bit of a thing. If you've never multiboxed, I would invite you to try it. 2 dudes can do this. Just have 2 accounts. That's all you need. And I guarantee you will have fun, because just running 2 ships instead of 1 is interesting. And if you run it like a gang, like I do here, so you've got like a fleet commander and you just have that regroup, you have to be a bit mindful. So if you had 2 characters, you could just run normal guns and everything would be fine. You would just alternate between the 2. So you would like lock F1, lock F1, and then you go back and jump between them. We'll prove that with Marauders, because with Marauders, I don't think any more than 3 is needed, because they just wallop people. Like, they do serious damage. So you don't need, even if, you know, I mean, obviously if you're going in Povchin, you need them. But for things like level 4 missions and stuff like that, and the event, you just don't. Let's head back. So I think we're going to dock up. So warp fleet. And again, same again, a little bit clunky this. This is where I think I need to get a bit better. So I think if I did like a broadcast travel 2, and here if I could do something like, yeah, set destination, then you could do, yeah, I don't think it will work. I think it's not quite right. Basically what you could do is, while you're in mid warp, you could do Control S, and that starts the autopilot. But I don't know, I don't think I can kind of say like set destination. No, it doesn't seem to work. Add waypoint maybe. No, I think what it is I need to say to the station, like here you would say, see, there's no dock hat. Travel to, is that it? Let's see. Do you know what? I bet that's it. So then you could just do set destination, Control S. Does he dock? Oh, it does. There you go. So that's probably how we do that then. Nice. I just discovered something. Add waypoint, Control S. There we go. So I could do that while mid warp. Add waypoint, Control S. There we go. I've learned. I've grown as a human being, because I now add waypoint, Control S. No, it's not working. Oh, it is working. Yeah, no, that's pretty good. I'm genuinely quite pleased with that. Oh, fleet windows, a bit balked on that one. Let's just sort this out. There is a wonderful program that if you don't know about, I'm going to tell you about it now. What it does is you set one account with the user interface that you want, right? The windows and where you want them. And then you can copy them to every other one. I will link this in the description probably. I will probably even do a video of it. Let's do Control S, and then we can even do it as well. Control S. I think that does it. No, doesn't dog me. Never mind. Let's just dog. So there we go. So pretty straightforward. I think I can complete the mission remotely. Let's just have a quick look. So, oh no, do I have to travel? I thought I could. There we go, complete mission. Boom. That's good. I don't know if that's always been in the game. I always thought you had to go to the place that you went to. I think now everyone got loyalty points for that. So let's have a quick look. This is where I struggle. Where the hell were loyalty points? Not a clue. No, I'm not going to remember it. So post in the comments if you remember where loyalty points are. I think you have to talk to the dude. So I'll go and have a look at that. But there we go. I hope you enjoyed that. It's interesting because as you do sort of more varied activities, I do find that there's quite a lot to do in this game. And I think, definitely don't get stuck docked. Go and explore the game a bit because it's very nice. And just take one account, put it on all best settings, and go and enjoy really what is a very beautiful game. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you next time.